Welcome back to my little series here, where I talk about why every Spider-Man is great. Today we're going to be talking about Andrew Garfield. Now, Sony pushed Mark Webb, the director of the Amazing Spider-Man movies, to do a lot of things differently to distance this version of Spider-Man from the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and I think that they did a good enough job at that. Making the change from organic webbing to web shooters was good because I feel like these movies are trying to focus on the brain and the heart of the character. And to that end, I think they did a fantastic job. The web shooters do serve to kind of like exemplify Peter Parker's intelligence in a way that we don't really get to see in the Sam Raimi trilogy. All we really see from that version of Spider-Man as far as intelligence goes is he is good at school. But as far as his heart is concerned, Aunt May struggling to make ends meet to make sure that she can put Peter through college, having to deal with Harry who's dying and he's pretty much the only one that can save him, stuff like that. I haven't seen Amazing 2, but from what I've seen, there's a lot of his humanity that's at stake in the story, trying to like deal with the guilt that he feels over not keeping his promise to Captain Stacy, staying near Gwen when he was asked not to, stuff like that. And from having watched the first movie and what I've seen in the second movie, it seems like Andrew Garfield is the most neighborhood Spider-Man. He's the most friendly neighborhood Spider-Man out of the three live-action versions of the character. Yeah, there's a lot of that in Tom Holland's Homecoming, but none of it in Far From Home, if we're being honest. And there's also really cool stuff that he does, like in his fights, like in the first Amazing movie where he's like crawling over the lizard like an actual spider, webbing it up, stuff like that. There's interesting details. There are cool things that are only done in the Amazing movies. And I feel like his swinging is probably the most interesting to watch out of the three live-action Spider-Men. And of course, since I haven't seen the second movie, you can probably tell that I'm not a huge fan of the Amazing movies. I do have complaints about the way Andrew Garfield plays a character, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about why they're all great. Now, this is not to say that Garfield has the best villains, but two of my all-time favorite Spider-Man villains are Lizard and Electro, so of course I'm going to like the one who fought both of those guys. He also has the most on-screen chemistry between his version of Peter and that Peter's love interest. And it can't even just chalk that up to them dating in real life because Tom Holland and Zendaya are dating, so they should have good chemistry, right? And Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst dated, so they should have had good chemistry, right? But the best chemistry between Peter and his love interest comes from Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. And as far as raw, uncut, pure talent goes, Andrew Garfield is the strongest actor to play Spider-Man. Alright, so tomorrow or maybe the day after, we're going to finish this up with Tom Holland, so stick around for that.